Pisces, I've got a message for you for November 2024. It's me here, Krystal Clear, happy to deliver Spirit's insight for this month. So I'm going to start by pulling 2 cards for the month's energy, one coming into the month, one as you leave, and then we'll take a look at the progression of the month for Pisces. Looking at November, we've got the coming of winter. So looking at November, we're looking forward to the winter time. It says, it comes in lullabies deep within your mirrored flesh. Alas, it's time to lay your quivering chest upon the winter's coming. Very comforting at the beginning of the month. Just fix this little guy. There we go. And as we leave the month, we've got the third harvest. Daughters of the woods, feel thy sacred swell with suppleness. Taste the gathering of honey's milk, filling your emptiness. It's a very comforting month for you, Pisces. Oops, these owls. They have so much insight today. Coming of winter and the third harvest. And this really is right around the timing of November. So I feel like Spirit is encouraging that this November is a real sweet spot in an area of your life. You can see they both have this maybe wheat in their hands, this harvest. They're ready for hibernation. I feel like you've been working really hard in matters of the home, or like nurturing yourself, providing comfort for yourself within like your daily requirements, like what we all need, our basic needs. You've been working very hard to fulfill those and still continue to have, like the third harvest, it's the honey's milk. So it's like, it is sweet. So you've been balancing all this hard work with hopefully some fun and exciting things. But I do feel that November continues that energy forward. It is bringing comfort. It is bringing abundance. And I feel as if with the coming of winter, looking forward to that, just because this is in a good flow, that you intuitively feel this is, that sweet spot. And hopefully you're feeling that you're in a sweet spot for sure. I'm going to pull 4 cards for the month. So let's take a look and to see what areas specifically this is in and anything else Spirit wants to know. So we've got 8 of Cups. We'll pull 4 to get started. We've got a 4 of Cups. Wow, we've got the Lovers. And we've got the Moon. Pisces loves that Moon energy, right? Maybe. All right, so I do feel this is a lot to do with a romantic relationship specifically. If you live with your partner, if you are married to your partner, because it feels like matters of the home and heart. And this can be the people who you reside with or the people that you care for most also, if this doesn't relate to a partnership. But for those of you that do, and for this message, we've got the 8 of Cups. So I feel like there's really been some shifts in the perspective of what abundance looks like, what comfort looks like. When we're talking of the coming of winter and the third harvest and all of this comforting energy, the 8 of Cups is kind of anything but comfort, or it's about shifting our perspective to a more aligned place, which does provide deeper comfort because we know we're in alignment with our belief system. But emotionally, I do want to acknowledge Spirit giving you credit for the emotional processes that you've been going through at this time also. So I do feel that November might be an emotional month in a really great way. I say emotion to Pisces, and I'm not sure. You either rejoice that you get to celebrate this part of you, or maybe you get worried about it, and that's like the Moon at the end. Don't disconnect from these emotions, and this shifts of vulnerability is really what it feels like for many of you. The 4 of Cups, it's like when the abundance comes in, you may want to close up or protect your heart. That vulnerability may make you want to like disconnect and run a little bit, or to try not to get your hopes up too much. Or you might find yourself like you can feel that you're in a sweet spot. You feel like it's really working out, and you don't want it to you don't want to lose this. It feels really good. And the Spirit's like, try not to focus too much in that way with your emotions, because then you're feeding that fear of losing this connection or losing, how this sweet spot feels to you. And I don't feel like you will. I do sense that this continues even through the coming of winter. This is just the beginning of a really vulnerable chapter, it feels like. And so we've got the Lovers, and this for sure indicates the matters of the heart. For many of you, this will be romantic relationships and partnerships. Not to feel like you have to hold back. It's okay for you to communicate your feelings of vulnerability. I just saw a bluebird, a very bright, probably blue jay, fly by the window. So I want to acknowledge the throat chakra work that Spirit is encouraging. The blue jay is all about using their voice, and seeing that this is such an emotional and vulnerable month for you, speak that gratitude. It just puts more reasons to be grateful into existence. And so I do feel that's what the moon is, and Spirit's really encouraging that emotional balance. Like when you're in this place of harvest, in this place of comfort, you can almost be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose this, or I don't want to, mess this up. And the truth is, just say thank you and not to think about it, because every feeling is temporary. Every experience, is only for a short period of time. So to not look too far into the future in this moment, even with the coming of winter, Spirit's like, acknowledge just like this season. And so this is November's reading. So really the winter season begins in just about 1 month, depending on when you're watching this, but it's not too far in advance. Like, don't look so far to the future. Let's just move through this season together. And so I feel like as the fall season ends, there's so much to be grateful for. And the letting go that happens at season end feels like a weight has been lifted. You know how sometimes there can be the letting go, and it's like you're sad to let it go, or maybe you don't want to let it go, and you're like, oh, I'm a little resistant to letting it go. Not this time. Not this time, Pisces. It's like, wow, I can let it go. It feels very positive and favorable. So let's pull a card here for Spirit's advice. Yeah, we've got win-win outcome is in the forecast. It's that sweet spot for sure that this reading has been pointing out, that there's so much abundance. There is so much win-win energy around you, Pisces, especially here these few next months, end of the year. But this is your time of harvest, to take everything, all of this beauty that has come in, all of this abundance, all of this opportunity, say yes, thank you. I mean, it's a month of gratitude, so I guess that makes sense, but it's such an emotional gratitude I feel for you this month, Pisces, and it's okay to lean into that vulnerability, to express your emotions, to be that blubbery, emotional, beautiful being that you are. So if you need help navigating the month or want further insight on your situation, you can visit my website, doitdivine.com. If we vibe here, please subscribe. I do appreciate it. I'm wishing you all the best blessings and love always. Take care.